Hello, nasılız? Bugüne puanımız kaç? Benim keyfim yerinde. Hoş geldiniz. Hemen başlıyorum oyuna. Hazırsanız. Bugün bir şeyler de söyleyeceğim size ama biraz daha toplanalım. Onu bekliyorum. Sonra konuşuruz diye. Bugün yapacak çok iş de var ya. Neler. Şuradaki şey kadın değil mi? Güneş açmış çünkü. Bir garip geldi burası. Hazırız. Bir görevlerimize hatırlayayım ben en iyisi. Bir de 3 tane beceri puanım olduğunu unutmamalıyım. Güne puanım 7. Çok iyi. Hello. Tamam, bunlar şeyci çocuklar. Büyük finale mi hazırlanıyor? En son iskele yakınlarında görmüş, terk edilmiş balık pazarında olabilir mi? Bu ceketten bir şey çıkacak mı merak ediyorum. Benim puanım ya bugün oldukça sakin ve yolunda geçen bir gündü. O yüzden 5,5 6 diyelim ya. 6 evet.
A thoroughfare unjammed with lorries. No more drivers smoking on hitch steps.
Anı her zaman yaşayalım.
Across the road, a forgotten bus stop. Corrosion has opened a hole in its roof. An elm tree watches over the building. Its branches are dripping with rain and snow.
Baldur's Gate gameplay'ini izlemek istiyorum ama hiç vaktim yok ya. Evet, ben de biraz uzun oynamış olabilirim onu. Ama bazı bölümler kısa. Belki hani her şeyi izleyemeyeceksen bence en çok izlenenlere bakıp en güzel bölümleri izlemeye çalışabilirsin. Belki özet yapmaya çalışırım ama bu hiç yakın zamanda olacağını zannetmiyorum o kadar fazla şeyin.
Number 312D. Young girls used to come here, huddled up, hoping for more warmth than their thin coats give them. The bus took them
Kız sayısı yeterli değildi.
It has not run for 8 years. There were a tub warm with water, white with soap. A man bathes while radio waves transmit the lottery numbers. 4, 18, 21, 4. Craters pocked the surface. Children played in them until there's one bump on the road. A dead dog lies flat about 200 paces away.
Ölü köpek mi?
Tragedy comes from the wheels of a fast RCM vehicle hurrying to work. The cold washes over you. The wind
Umarım bu
moves
ben
the
değilimdir.
aerosol. A detective stands behind the boom barrier. A breeze moves.
Ha, bu tarafı daha keşfet. Buraya gidemiyorum. Buraya bakmıştım daha önce, doğru. Şu kilisenin oralarda çocuklar, bir çocuk bir adam vardı. Bu tarafa doğru muydu? Kiliseye gelmeden. Buradalardı sanki. Evet.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime.
Oo.
They must have been like this for 40 years.
Teğmen'e
No.
soralım.
I won't even try. You know, I
Tabii
had a partner
gözlüklerden.
once. They called him Eyes because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
This partner of his, Eyes, things didn't end well. It saddens him to say his name.
Aa,
Don't even ask. He wouldn't answer.
başına onay.
Maybe some
Gidelim şuradaki çocukla ve adamla konuşalım. Neye bakıyor onlar? Electrical bir şeyler.
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with. You officers, come to investigate the
İlginç.
historic subtext of West Martinez?
Normal bir insan görmek garip geliyor.
You must be Kim Kituragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here.
Nice to meet you.
Kimle birbirinizi tanıyor
No,
musunuz?
I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers. Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his
Kimi
radio
tanıyor?
computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure. But I assume
Ejderhalarla ilgilenmeye başlamış.
so many real things to see.
Hemen
Just
kanalın
as I was
şeyi
telling
linki.
Mikhail before, this is where the coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
This man is your half brother. You feel it. But
Oho.
why?
İlginç. Teşekkürler bu arada abonelikler için.
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building. What not a lot of people know is this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a...
Hold on. What's R&D?
Apologies.
Arge
it's an
ne ya?
acronym for research and development. They don't use it anymore.
Hiç artık Ar-Ge
You're
kullanılmıyor.
probably more familiar with RTD, Research and Technological Development.
It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remain. They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics.
Havalar
market
o
of
kadar
the
değişiyor ki kendim
pre-revolutionary
şey
era.
yapamıyorum. 2 gündür.
Still,
Sonbahar
Price
gelecek mi
and
diye
Tenno was
bekliyorum
beating
valla.
them in business machines. But Feld had an ace
Selam.
up their sleeve. Or should I say they were developing an ace up their sleeve? I'm mixing my metaphors here. It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes
Bant
for
sayar.
an elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution. Revolutionizing business, which is a feat of engineering, even today's...
He assumes something like a combat stance, facing the wind.
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
Unfortunately, their
İyi
moonshot
akşamlar, hoş
project never
geldin.
made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very... All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
Devrimciler
They
ne
used them
yapmış?
for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases. The most notorious example being Le Décret de Mars. What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies. It's a beautiful piece of
Çok
text,
anlattın,
actually.
çok
The
uzun anlattın.
singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to River. I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too...
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of the book, already forgetting about this part of the...
But of course, what else?
Paran var mı? Bunu
I do have some money, yes,
herkese
but that's not
söylüyorum
what's
bunu
really
ama.
important here.
Doğru
He's not
haklısın.
gonna give you
Önemli
money.
değil.
What are you doing? Clearly you were just profiling.
Aynen
Of
tabii
course,
canım
Detective,
istemiyorum
I
paranı.
wouldn't have assumed anything else. Matter of fact,
Bayağı param olmuş ya.
I don't know if you're familiar with this, but the Vespertine Department of Justice has published a rather interesting paper on the criminal profiling. If not, then you definitely should.
Yok.
If not for tips and tricks, then no. Thanks to
Teşekkürler.
you for having me and Little Mikael here to pick your brain.
İyice konuştu gerçekten. Bakalım biz
You
neler
see,
göreceğiz.
a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over a slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled lead.
Looks like tomorrow never came.
Aa. Duygusal bir an. Hop. Bu ne? Para. Artık o kadar da ihtiyacım yok aslında. Daha önce oynamadım. Şu an ilk defa oynuyorum. Hop, bunlar neymiş? Ah. Nice. Şunu bir arttıralım. Başka bir şey yok sanırım. Ay, Vox Machina 3. sezonu geldi ve ben hala izlemedim. Hop, oraya nasıl çıkacağım ki? Buraya tıkladığımda yürüdüğüne göre bıraksam nereye gidecek acaba? Özürcü polisim ben. Vox Machina 3 sezon etkinliğimiz pek mümkün olmayabilir. Anlatacağım. Yayın biterken anlatacağım size, duyurularımdan bahsedeceğim. Bu ne? Gidip bir bakalım. Twitch'te izleme olayı bitti ya, onu kaldırdılar. Yo, sorabilirsin, hiç sorun değil. Aynı sorular normal.
Under a yellow plastic dome. You could use it to call someone, unless you hear the tone. The machine is inoperable.
Bu rastgele numarayı çevirelim bakalım. Ne olacak?
Still calling. This feels wrong. Should you be doing this?
Rastgele olduğunu hiç zannetmiyorum o numaranın ama.
Someone picks up.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre?
Hayır.
Do you have any news about Pierre? He's my sister's grandson. He used to visit me as a lad.
Aa.
Fine young man. But who are you then? A salesman of some sort? Modern goods are rubbish and I can't afford them anyhow. It's a shame
Çok
what
komik
you
kadın.
did to our country.
Ha, skill tree anlamında. Orada şey, duygusal olan orada da. Tam tip bir şey, özürcü, duygusal, üzgün bir tipiz. Ama yavaş yavaş daha iyi oluyorum. Bana neden bildirim yani bugün, evet, bilmiyorum. Zaylar ve çaylarda spoilerlı konuşulabilir aslında. Vox Machina için mi? Yoksa Disco Elysium için mi? Disco Elysium'dan sonra bitince seçmeli. Oo, güne puan 8, çok iyi, çok iyi. Ben satıcı değilim, rastgele aradım.
Because we are bred to be leaders. I can hear the common or mixed
Oh.
background. I just so wanted it to be Pierre.
Disconnect tone.
Bir daha.
Calling.
Hakan, çok fazla net sayılar söylüyorsun. 7.3. Ama güzel.
Again. Seriously.
Evet, bir daha.
Someone with a masculine voice picks.
Hello, Gerard speaking.
Hello, Gerard. Technically speaking, you're electricity.
Elektrik.
But I got a feeling I'll kick your ass is gonna make you feel if you ever.
Phone.
Çok iyi.
Disconnect tone.
Tamam, şimdilik bu kadar yeter. Şu taraflara bir bakalım. Oo, burada bayağı bir şeyler var. Burada biri yaşıyor gibi bir ortam var daha çok. Bu ne?
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of clothing on this railing. It smells
Yakından bakalım.
with dried seagull shit
Ugh.
entangled with pieces of seaweed. A dangling arm suggests that there might be a jacket.
Aa, ceket.
Seems likely that it was left in the surf until someone laid it out on this fence to dry out. Unfortunately, that just seems...
Please tell me you're not taking that with you.
Ama sanırım
I'm
istediği
sure
ceket
he'll
bu.
be thrilled to have it returned.
Almalı mıyım? Alayım ya. Bu taraftan bakmak ters değil mi arkadaşlar? Şişe. Satarım. Evet, bu hafta herkes bir toparlamış, çok iyi. Gözlük. Kime verelim? Belki işine yarar. Ben bu oyunda daha fazla etkileşime girebileceğim eşya olmasını isterdim ama. Şurada biraz para var. Giydirelim dedektifimizi, Asya temalı. Hemen. Bakalım. Bir sürü kıyafetim var. Bununla niye etkileşime girebiliyorum? İlginç. Şununla bir etkileşime gireyim bakayım. Eminim. Ya ama çok merak ettim ne oldu. Böyle söyleyince daha bazı sırların açığa çıkmaması daha iyi. Deyince o zaman daha fazla öğrenmek istiyorum ben. Keşfetin Beyoncé teorileri ve PD olayları da ben de Beyoncé teorileriyle dolu gerçekten her yer ve hepsi çok komik, o yüzden hepsini izliyorum. Gerçek hayatta bu kadar eşyayla etkileşime girmiyor. Evet ama gerçek hayatta bir dedektif değilim. Öyle düşün. Düşün.
It occurs to you that you're not even holding the jacket itself, but it smells like a dead sea creature.
Yeah.
Tangled in grey strands of seaweed. It must have spent quite some time in the water before the tide deposited it ashore. Somehow, it was carried or dragged to the boardwalk. If not by human hands, why? Why did you think about it? Look at your hands. They're covered in muck. Now you're just flicking that shit everywhere. This is a disaster. You'll never get the smell out.
Elim martı boku oldu diye moralim bozuldu. Merhaba, hoş geldin. Şimdi havalı giyinme vakti. Nerede benim şeyim? Kimonom. Yazlıktan komşu da bana kimono almış Çin'den. Annem söyledi. Ben de kimonomu giyeceğim getirirse. İçine atlet giyme konusunda ne düşünüyoruz peki? Hava da soğuk şimdi. İyi akşamlar, nasılsınız? İyiyim. Sizler nasılsınız? Bunu biraz daha geliştirmeliyim. Yayın açtığım için Beyoncé'ye teşekkür etmeyi unuttum. Evet. Teşekkür ederim beni izlediğiniz, ama Beyoncé kadar olamam hiçbir zaman. Çok haklısın. Eşime D&D videosu olarak senin oyun tanıtımını gösterdim. Çok beğendi fikri. Sonra tek DM'le oyun oynatayım dedim ona. Beğenmedi. Bir kişini daha bulsanız aslında olabilir. Kimono kravat kalacak ama atleti beğenmedim. Böyle de çok çıplak oldu. Şu atlet... Ama bunun altına kot giymek lazım. Mükemmel.
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm and collected.
Bir şey
As your
çıktı
hand enters the
pantolonumdan.
pocket, your fingers brush against something soft yet hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the
Önemli şey
fruity
zannettim
juice of
ya.
apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time. Not familiar in a good way, you might say. There's pain in there somewhere.
Acı eşiği. Buraya da mı gidemiyorum? Ha? Tek birebir mi oynattın yine? Yani bir diyen bir oyuncu mu? Az gerin abla. Geriniyorum ya. Daha yeni başladık zaten. Dur şöyle biraz daha geriden durursam daha iyi görebilirsiniz belki.
The smell. It's awful and familiar.
Bu ne?
Don't you recognize it? That hideous pungency. Something cold wakes in the pit of your stomach. Fear.
Kim? Bu
The
koku ne?
lieutenant has already brought a
Ugh.
handkerchief to his nose.
Eyes up, detective. Something's not right here.
Oo. Modül 1 diyen bir oyuncu desteklediğini iddia etti. Ben hiç denemedim birebir oynatmayı ama bir aslında denenebilir. Güzel bir içerik de olur hem.
There's some tear. An
Ölü
empty
adam mı o?
cigarette package and a crumpled kebab wrapper in the trash bin. 2 empty bottles of Tallulah vodka and a can. No, there's more in there. Livis strawberry liquor.
A tragedy.
Iıı.
He shakes his head with genuine sadness. You see traces of mayonnaise and ketchup on. It's hard to concentrate.
Revenge
on
Hall'da da
the
şiş
smell.
kebap
The
varmış.
sea air brings some relief.
O da ölmüş.
A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck turned at an unnatural angle. Right next to him is an empty bottle
İşte
of spirits
ben de bu hale
in his
gelebilirdim.
cramped
Ama
hand,
şimdi sadece
a chewing
havalıyım.
gum wrapper. Half of his body has slipped between the cracked boardwalk, starting with the right leg. The fall has left him broken, contorted like a sad.
Peki benim demin pantolon değiştirip cebimde ciklet paketi bulmam ve sonra adamın elinde de olması. Çok iyi anlar denk geliyor. İlginç bir şey.
The smell is not as bad as a 2-week-old corpse, but it's
Hold
O
on.
kadar eski değil.
Lividity is faintly pronounced. Whoever this is has been dead for 2 days.
2.
No longer. We need to investigate.
Acaba bu kayıp şey mi? Biraderlerden.
This is your job. Steel yourself. Calm now. Carefully. Just another day. Just another dead body. Breathe.
Sırayla başlayalım. Ben bu oyunda hep patlıyorum ya. Ha. Olmuyor. Başaramıyorsun manasında mı? Abla Allah aşkına Kik'e geç 5 dakikada bir yoksa senin reklam giriyor yayının yarısını izleyemiyoruz. YouTube'a gelebilirsin. Kik'e ya kimse Kik'te değil ama bu şey ayarlarını değiştireceğim. Söz reklam ayarlarını. Kik çünkü çoğu insan Kik'te değil. O yüzden pek tercih etmiyorum ben. Bir de çok iyi bir platform olduğunu düşünmüyorum. O da var. Kıyafetlerine bak.
He's wearing mud-caked boots, beige trousers, and an old brown leather jacket with a bright blue lining. There are traces of kebab sauce on his. The leather jacket suits him well. It must be custom made. You find some sunflower seeds and a rain-soaked library card folded into 2. His
Good. We should take a look at that library card after this is done.
The man has fallen through a crack in the boardwalk and hit his head against the metal bench. Coagulated blood covers his black hair. One of his feet is still dangling through the hole.
Düşmüş, öyle ölmüş. Ben çok içmekten öldü zannediyordum.
That bad. Well over a liter of pure ethanol. 3 bottles of wine, or 1 and a. Or maybe it was just dark. His expression is dull, like the sea behind him. Drops of water shining on his mustache. His eyes, empty and wide, look frightening in their frozen gaze.
Türklerin hepsi Kik'te. Yok hani ben kimse Kik'te değil derken izleyen çoğu insan burada manasında dedim. Yoksa evet çoğu insan Kik'e geçti.
He was confused when he died. Confused and alone. He was
Kendimi gördüm.
just about to head home. The first step back home proved to be his last. That's what the chewing gum seems to point to as well. There's some dried blood on the metal bench, right where the corpse's head rests. The floorboards are rotten and slippery wet around the hole. An empty bottle lies nearby. A
Kafasını
dried
inceleyelim.
chunk of blood covers the hair at the back of his head. And this is where he came out of himself, drop by drop, when he was unconscious.
I don't see any other major wounds, do you?
Hayır.
Seems like the head wound was fatal. It's exactly the shape of the bench.
They screech under your feet ominously. It's hard to say whether the dead man's weight was the cause of the boardwalk to break. It definitely looks fragile.
Bu oyunu gördükten sonra hiç D&D gibi masaüstü Fate oynayasın geldi mi peki? Ben Fate'e karşı biraz ön yargılıyım galiba. Çok oynayasım gelmedi. Bir de o kadar belki yani masaüstü rol FRP olmadığı için masaüstü FRP olmadığı için öyle o kadar sistem hissettirmiyor bana kendini o kadar fazla. Görmüyorum da bir zar atıyor ama kendi atıyor gibi.
You see waves churning below.
Hoş geldin
Something
Niçan.
cracks beneath your feet. A .75 liter Tallulah. It's mid-market spirits with a
Tear all around us. I'd prefer if you didn't collect them this time. It's not proper.
Tamam tamam.
It feels Grabowski spearmint chewing gum. Green leaves on the cover. The man's mouth is half agape
FRP
from the
sistemi
terror of the fall.
oynatanlar var ya. Sanırım FRP oynuyoruz. Fate oynamıştı birkaç şeyde. Serilerinde. Abla yaş kaç, çok genç duruyorsun. 25, teşekkürler. Hay. Ne? 25 değilim ki, ben 26 yaşındayım. O kadar yaşlandım ki yaşımı hatırlamıyorum. Hayır.
The blackness of death. Stench.
He ate the whole pack, right? It's to cover the smell of alcohol. I've seen it before. Almost.
The entire boardwalk creaks in the wind as you take a step back.
Adam kim
Death
ya?
by misadventure.
Yanlışa
He
bastım.
slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive. They'll seal this place off after the new. Not that sealing it off would keep any. No, I don't see anything that points
Ben
in
de
that
görmüyorum da
direction.
yine de sorayım dedim kim.
Yes, but what if there's a killer on the loose? Two suspicious deaths in such a short time.
Without any further evidence, yes.
Şişe.
Oh, yes. Some symptoms of it, but I think that death
Baktık
arrived.
ya.
It does seem to be a pretty straightforward.
Ha, ne yapacağız bu
misadventure.
adamla?
From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle.
Bununla çok fazla ilgilenmiyorum galiba. Gencecik kızı yani, ne yaşlanması. Yaşımı karıştırdım ama. Ay. Hoş geldin Tuğkan. Çok pardon.
A field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal. I'd say we should just write down head trauma in the autopsy report and leave it at that.
Evet.
It would save us at least 2 hours. Good call. The guys at processing can take care of the rest.
Vakayı üstlenelim her
Alright,
zamanki
We
gibi.
should first examine the library card you found. Then we can call the station from my kinema. Let them know we are taking the case.
Tamam.
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't, but that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
At least this man knew how to party. Imagine the same. This is an omen, a sign from above that you need to stop drinking.
Böyle giyinirken bu adamla karşılaşmam da biraz şey oldu. Benim de sonum böyle olabilirdi
Well,
gerçekten.
At least you're not married.
Tabii canım.
Or what if you are? Married to your drink, that's for sure.
But let's try to not run ahead. For now, all we know is that
Moralimi de iyice düşürdüm yani. LGS zor abla, önerim var mı? Ay hiç yok. LGS hangisi ilki mi? o kadar zaman geçti ki. Benim iş yerinde en genç şahıs 28 yaşında, kendimi yalnız hissediyorum. 21 yaşına. Of, evet biraz fark olunca garip oluyor. Ama bence hani sohbeti iyi insanlarsa okeydir. Lise giriş. Yani bence o kadar stres yapma. Bilmiyorum hangi şehirde yaşıyorsun ama lise gerçekten hayatının en önemli şey değil. Yani ben kuzenime girerken de öyle diyordum. Üniversiteyi düşün. Fena olmayan bir liseye gir. Orada keyfini çıkar. Derslerine bak. Sonra üniversitede asıl uğraş. Geldik mi kiliseye? Gerçi kayıt yapmış da. Para.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you.
Umarım
The
içeridekilere bir şey
rectangular
olmamıştır
seam
ya.
ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood. The lock
Açalım.
turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
let's go.
As you do, you hear the echo of the doomed commercial area, its black holes and dusty machines. Then the feeling. A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vat in the heart of the city.
Hop. Ya teşekkür ederim. Sizlerle eğlenceli vakit geçirmek benim için önemli. O yüzden sevindim. En çok benim yayınımdan keyif almana. Burada konuşmamalısın, yürümelisin. Bu kadar büyük bir kilise olduğunu hayal etmemiştim bu arada. Ama kimse yok. Arkadan gelen ilahiler. Bunlar ne ki böyle?
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and...
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Biraz, ama evet.
It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
You
İnceleyeceğim.
see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is... The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
Oynat.
Bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. Oh no. It was already glowing and now it's also making us... The static gets louder. slowly filling up the abandoned hall until a voice speaks out.
Oo.
Good afternoon, Fortress accident on Saint-Brun. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log? I have two machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brun.
Saint-Brun. That's the church. And Rue de Saint-Guylaine?
Anything else I can help you with? Yes, I am alive.
Makine
I am
misin?
74 years old and my name is Yvonne. Now please repeat.
She repeats passwords. Programming people are paranoid.
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian Repeater Station. As for me, well, I am
On an island on the river Esperance, doesn't it get lonely? Sitting there all by herself.
lonely. Why would it get lonely?
That's why she does this.
Now, please tell me why you're calling. The filament you have inserted into the core. That
Çekirdeğe
was
yerleştiniz
a
filaman mı?
question. Have you inserted it into the core?
Hiç bilmiyorum.
If you are unsure, could you please take a look? Open the hatch on the compartment. Don't touch the wires. A current is running through it, but the core is safe. There. After you've told me the filament's name and password. Yes.
Tamam.
First you have to end this call though, and then you have to call us back. Is there
Teşekkürler.
Goodbye, Fortress.
The machine's
Goodbye.
keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons. Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater. The speaker comes to life. Static seeps.
Good afternoon, Fortress accident on Saint-Brun. This is the East Insuline. Good. Please.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer.
Polisim ben.
I am contractually obliged to protect.
Belki işe yarar
I'm
dedim ama
afraid we are
olmadı.
not doing that. Unless we want to wait for...
Oo,
Can you please repeat the password?
bilmiyorum.
Received. I
That sounds bad.
Ee,
A login attempt.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for
Teşekkürler.
you? Goodbye, Fortress.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated.
Yazdıra
Nothing
bakayım.
happens.
Tamam. Ne iş bu ya? Şu görsel çok havalı ama. Ayakkabı. Oo. Ha, oraya kadar gitmem lazım. Tavandaki şey bu. Çok yavaş yürüyor ya. Benim de derdim. Ne bu? Çetenin kıyafetleri.
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
Zeki karakterler o neyin görseli anlıyor. Bir de tabii görsel hafızanın iyi olması şart. Ben hep zeki oynuyorum diye bu sefer zeki değil duygusal yapmak istedim ya.
Almost all of it. You can hardly hear your own breathing. You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total. Your voice is barely audible. It's unnerving. The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head.
Can you hear anything?
Evet, çok
I
ilginç bir
wonder
şey bu.
why the church was built with such strange acoustics.
His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is.
Evet, bakalım ne çıkacak. Hiç ses çıkmayan bir yerde niye müzik çalmak istesinler ki?
The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
Benim algım fena değildi aslında ama yükselteceğim. Yay. Müzik de yok şu an
It's
tam
like
şeydeki
there's
gibi.
something moving up there. A shadow has emerged from the tower and it's making its way toward you through all the other shadows.
Başka
It's
gölgeler.
not a shadow anymore, becoming more substantial as it gets closer. The shape of an animal descends.
Officer, is there something up there?
Duru Chat'in mükemmel hem geyip yapıyoruz hem de hayat tavsiyesi alıyoruz mükemmel. Tabi bizde her şey var.
Oh no, you've lost sight of it. Where did it go?
Nereye? Bak kim
Yes,
dikkatimi dağıttı
the
ya.
darkness makes the ceiling feel infinite.
Ah,
You
burada.
see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes.
Çıplak mı o?
Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
Ah, ne olacak acaba?
The shadow is a man made of the same stuff as the carpentry of the building. He is studying. The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place. I'm here to receive the mother's love. You can too, Holmes. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of that despair at the bottom of that bottle.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing. Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank
Evet,
that much
içmedim.
lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
Oh yeah, sure. You don't know anything about alcohol use. You got it all under control, Way. I could smell the control all the way over here. Not
Beni
all of it.
tanımıyorsun.
I was like you once. You don't know all the havoc Albino is wrecking on your mind and your spirit.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay...
Look at these crazies. What is this shit?
Evet, burada
The
ne
only
halt
thing we
ettiğini
need
bir
to talk
öğrenebilirsek.
about is how the mother can really help you, Holmes. This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
This Mother of Silence sounds like a serious player. You might want to be careful until you find out what you're dealing with.
Sen yengeç adam
Never known
olmalısın.
myself to be a crab, but if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it. I
Komşuları
always
koymuş.
thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. I was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone.
Çok fazla insan hafızasını kaybediyor vallahi gerçekten
Nah,
öyle.
Ese, it's not like that.
Do you remember your name, sir?
The lieutenant is not particularly interested in this information.
Tiago's my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity. Your place amongst your fellows. Your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore.
Tokalaşmak için elimi uzatmayacağım. Kim olduğunu kabul edersen
That's just
daha
the
iyi
thing,
ilerleyebilirsin.
None of that matters.
Oo. Ne yapıyorsun
This
burada?
is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there. I circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly. I think they were. A long time ago. I had to shed them like skins to get closer to the center of the silence. You could have them. I don't need them anymore.
Hello.
They look pretty dapper, actually.
Bu çetenin ismi ben sanki diğer o çocuklar gibi düşündüm ama o çeteyle tanıştık mı biz ya?
Old sculpted. She is a cavity in the dark, beyond sense. She saved me.
His adoration is beyond sexual. This cavity is something that no human form.
I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, I won with the state of the world before reality began.
Burayı
Hard
nasıl
to
buldun?
say. I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. I've been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, eh? It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
İnanç da bir
I heard
tür.
that before, Way, and I know I can't convince you on the spot. But think, when's the last time you woke up from silent communion?
There are drugs darker than alcohol circling your system.
Uzlaşmak
I
zorunda
know
değiliz
it
diyelim.
will take time. Don't sweat it.
Gerçekten
I
kafa
know
açtı
it
bu
will
arada.
take time. Don't sweat it.
Seni nereden followladım acaba diye düşünüyordum. Olimpiyatlardan olabilir. Bir olimpiyatlar varken evet izlemiştik hep beraber. Ya
I'm
anladım
savage,
kilisede ne
Holmes.
yaptığını ama
I sing the mother's glory.
Feytan birazcık Instagram'ı kapa. Ya da ben TikTok'ta Beyoncé şeyindeyim ama kapat nerede görüyorsa. Bana şarkı
I
söyler
ain't
misin?
from no Marietti, if that's what you're thinking.
He lost his cool there for a moment. The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams. Blend.
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab. Probably scared of me. Nah, man. They look pretty funny.
Though he used to, a long time ago.
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there. And might even be nice to have some company.
Bu savanda dolaşıyor da zaten kapıyı kilitleseler ne olacak ki? Bunları koymamıştır yani.
He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes? No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. That's what I said, Holmes. Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests. I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or...
Parolayı
Too many
beklemişti.
times, Essay, you need it for something.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrow.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death.
That is true. But what comes after death?
What you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña when I hear it. Police raid a while back.
Did you witness it?
Not really. Or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. I think
Kafa
you've done
gidik.
your essay.
Bye bye.
That was, however, I'm still not sure how it's relevant.
Tremble. The time is
Oh.
now. Taola.
Ne vakti?
Time for the show. For Taola. The hallowed time of fear and disintegration.
Aa,
Countdown has begun. All will collapse on itself. The Ulogu Theodos. Xino Zausin. Ipoli Osithien. Ehondes Fronisin.
bu oyun kafa yakıyor. Evet, gördüğün gibi. Aa. Geri sayayım
Monday
ne?
morning, the moment you arrived in this reality are the first crack in the
Ooh.
sheer face of God. From yes, you spoke the words of the palindropos and the houses of Pericarnassus. Items, people, even words will tumble. All will lose its meaning in the coming years. That is
Yunanca
why
mı
you
bu?
marked yourself.
Ben biraz
So you
korkuyorum.
should be. The world island crumbles at your feet, and in the far plain, Palindropos. Perhaps, just a thought. This has something to do with the hangover.
Yıllar önce almıştım da üşendim oynamaya. Ya bence çok keyifli. Hani yayında oynamasam böyle oturup sakin sakin hiç konuşmadan sadece okuyup oynamak da isterdim. Onun zevki de ayrıdır bence. O yüzden tavsiye ediyorum. Baş etme
It's
mekanizması.
totally also a coping mechanism.
Yakında dünyanın sonu gelebileceğini gerçekten düşünüyorum. Buna girmek istemiyorum
Okay.
şu an.
Yes, maybe it is just the hangover talking. Or
Bitir. Selamlar, yeni keşfettim. Yeni yayıncılar bulmak, desteklemeyi severim. Selam vermek istedim. İyi yayınlar. Teşekkür ederim. Hoş geldin. Ve abonelikler için de ayrıca çok teşekkürler tekrardan herkese. Herkes yayından çıksın. Yani ben sessizce oyun oynayacağım. Siz de artık ne yapıyorsunuz ya bunu. Bunlarda pek bir şey yok. Şu parolayı tekrar deneyelim bakalım. Acaba bir şey kaydediyor
the
olabilir mi?
machine's keyboard is still illuminated. The speaker comes.
Good afternoon. Good. Please repeat the passcode. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Teşekkürler.
Goodbye, Fortress accident.
The machine's
Goodbye.
keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons. The speaker.
Good
Tam bir şey
afternoon.
olmadı ki.
Goodbye.
The machine's behind the hat. Another filament memory. The printer
Yazdır.
prints
Huh.
out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal. The
Günlük
first
tutuyormuş.
entry made on the 4th of February 50 arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around.
Biz şu an
Need to
Şubat
figure
ayında
out
mıyız?
how
Yakın
to get
zaman
the
mı bu?
electricity in.
Evet, bu arada grafikler de çok güzel, hikaye de çok güzel. Tavsiye ediyorum. Oyunu ben beğendim açıkçası. Tavsiye ediyorum kesinlikle.
The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder.
4th of February.
Bir
It's
ayda
over a
uzun.
month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
İkinci girdiye
6th
geçelim.
of February 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and rid. See, even one of the spookers themselves. What was that about narcotics? This could prove to be interesting.
Üçüncüye girelim.
7th
Odaklan
of
Duru.
February 51.
Harry.
Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking Escasir.
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
Doğru, haklısın.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna. Had some problems setting it up. Called Simon for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know.
Veri
Seems
kaybı.
like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the mud.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder.
Hadi bakalım.
Keep reading. I'm interested now.
İlgilenirsin şimdi tabii ki.
Radio anomaly that sent
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound.
Aa, mikrofon çocuklarda vardı.
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the swallow is real and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence with a diameter of approximately...
the pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins, the water. March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now, unfortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she...
The girl on the ice?
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening.
Birisi geldi. O sırada neler yazmışsınız? Merhaba yeni gelenler. Selam, iyi oyunlar. Arada Elysium yayınları sessizce stokluyorum. Kilisenin Gasline'ı uğraştıracağım. Oyun en keyiflilerinden. Bakalım ne çıkacak. Beni bayağı meraklandırdı şimdiden neler oluyor. Geldi mi? Geldi bizimki. Bak bize bakmadı. Ha. Tüh
I do
be.
apologize for the intrusion, madam. We are with the RCM, you see.
Kayıp kimliğim? Hayır, ikincisini söyleyeceğim. Birincisi daha ayıp.
It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she had...
Gitmek istiyorsan gidebilirsin, sorun yok. Şu an tahminin var mı cinayetle ilgili? Yani linç nedeniyle öldüğünü düşünüyorum ama o ne kadar uzun sürdü? Hala sürüyor. Ben onu bekliyordum, şu kadını. Ama bir şey altında bir şeyler var büyük ihtimalle. En azından hani oynayarak çözmeye çok fazla uğraşmadan oynayarak adım adım reveal olmasını bekliyorum şu an.
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA Radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience. If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
Yengeç
No?
adını sorayım.
Yes.
O seni
And-
görmüş. Pek
No.
mühim değil.
You're right. I'm not. I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything. I use the AR1 as my RAIN prefix process. RAIN
Cidden hiç
prefect,
anlamadım.
My radio computer.
Daha soruşturmaya başlamadı bile mi? Hayır.
Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
Pek değil.
All right. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So I guess it is. So far I've been quite but it's not the cheapest one. Anyway, you should do some research.
She liked telling you this. It calmed her nerves.
They are connected to my RAIN prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them.
Sesi
Okay?
yakalamaya çalış herhalde.
I'm working.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core. The light cast in her face
Could you just shh for a moment?
it's not just rudeness.
Great. You really like those questions, don't you?
Their bloodshot.
Hiç umurumda değil.
She
Umurumda
really
değilim
hasn't
onu
been
ya.
getting much sleep lately, has she?
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw. I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Dünyada mı?
What? She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have?
Bunun
How do you
içinden ne
measure
çıkacak ki?
something that does not exist?
That's a
Cinayetten
little
daha çok
above
ilginç bir
your
şey bu.
pay grade at the moment.
You measure it by its surroundings, by that which does exist, which is what I've been trying to do. But honestly,
Cinayet
it's
dikkatini
not
çekmedi pek.
progressing very well.
Senin gibi dedektif görmedi tabii. Belki de kasabadaki herkes gibi kafadan azıcık kontaktır. Normal bir şekilde hastalıktan ölmek üzereydi ve arkadaşından adam öldükten sonra onu Oo. Haftanın bir günü just chatting belki yapabiliriz ileride. Selam, hoş geldin.
But does it have anything to do with necroplasmic
Yazılımcılık
lifeforms?
mı önerdiniz?
Ghosts, in everyday parlance.
Oo.
Because it's just trial and error, trying to and I don't have a. You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me
Hayalet
work.
diyeyim de çıldırsın.
Ghosts? No, I don't think so. I don't believe in ghosts.
She has already turned back to her keyboard.
Great. Thanks. What? I hate it.
Bir disco değil tabii ki.
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No, this is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they... Take a
Ne?
guess, why don't you?
Bir çiftlik. Tabii ki.
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you?
Good luck.
Ya
I'm
biliyorum.
not coming in there.
Harry fark etmiyor ama ben fark ediyorum. Ne yapacağız? Pekala. Şuraya bakalım.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body.
Çok ilginç ya. Şurada da biri var.
A pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her
Hayır.
flowing dress. Cold wind seeps in from the crack in the glass. Snowdrifts cover the floorboards at your feet, as if under a microscope. The woman looks down at you standing there. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips as that great and desperate thought passes through your mind. The lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder. Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times as you stand in the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles, her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
It's Dolores Day. The old woman was right. This is the Dolorian Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the Small Pinewood Church in some records. It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Revachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
Okidoki.
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Setsa, they call them, the 7 sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the link.
A pang of guilt. The lieutenant is leaving something out.
I have a theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces.
Polisler kiliseyi mi
The old
yıkmış?
woman in the village was being tactful with us when she didn't mention it. She has more respect for the RCM than many around. Well, your station was involved, I hear. Although I can't be sure. 3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them.
Ben hatırlamıyorum buraya gelip
It
gelmediğimi.
was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything more about it, why it was conducted, or who participated. I try not to pry into extra-district matters.
Kiliseye baskın niye yapılır ki ya? Unutsam daha iyi. Bazı şeyleri
It
unutalım.
happened a while ago. It's unimportant to our business in Martinez now.
Yani bunları çok yükseltmeme gerek yok aslında. Sadece deneyeceğim.
The shards glimmer in the dark. You see little pearls of light on the edges of the... It's a mystery.
Yani.
A mystery spring. All you know is this is the young mother of humanity, and that you should...
Başka bir şey yok sanırım kilisede. Bu kadar değil mi burası? Ben daha ürkütücü bir an yaşanacak gibi hayal etmiştim. Ve bu çatlaktan içeri girebileceğimi. Gece olmuş. Kütüphane nerede ki ya? Andre kimdi onu da hatırlamıyorum. İsim aralıklı oynadığım için oyunu isimleri aklımda tutmak çok zor. Koşarken şöyle olmasaydın. Bu ne? İlginç bir yer.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot.
Oo.
The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while.
Ben bir kıyafetlerimi değiştireyim. Şöyle bir el yatkınlığı alsam. +2. Başka zaten diğerleri şey. Şuradan ikisi çok iyi olur botla.
As you fold your fingers into a fist, you realize you could knock anyone out with one punch. The white your movements cause tiny little clicks, like dice rolling somewhere far away, as the plates reorient to your motions.
Evet, sorumlu olacağım.
Hardened vitreous enamel, at once sleek and light, adds a glow to your cheeks and a spring to your step.
Ooh.
You really do feel more confident. Invulnerability does that. Even partial invulnerability.
Hayır, biri gitti, 2 parça kaldı. Hadi
Are
bakalım.
you sure you're correct there? There was a helmet too.
Ooh.
It may be a while before you have all the pieces. Remember, the vitreous enamel material acts as a kinetic redistributor. It's meant for the day you have to fight someone covered in the same.
Aslında daha doldurabileceğim bir sürü şey var. Mesela bunu yapmadım. İçselleştirmek için açmam gerekiyor. Şu an buna ihtiyacım var mı acaba?
An old door.
Süper Star Samurai Dedektif Bey gerçekten ya.
The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The
Çok
door
düşük.
hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
Yine çok düşük kalacak.
An old door worn
Üç.
by elements guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. You rattle the handle a bit, then put.
We don't get in there. Frankly, you're just going to have to accept the fact that you can't get in through.
Hayır.
Relax.
Kabullenmeyeceğim.
No one's hiding in there. If we can't open it, others can't either. It's military. A service. The washerwoman mentioned a depot up the coast. She said
Depo.
it was for moving ammo and cargo.
Bunları dolduralım o zaman. Ama hangisini içselleştirsem acaba? İşbirliği. Bunun ne verdiğini bilmiyoruz zaten. Ne vereceğini. Ya eksileri... Bunu içselleştirebilirim. Niye açmadım mı ben demin bir tane ya? Bu kapı asla açılmıyor. 6-6 atana kadar yüksek bir yetenek puanıyken denemiştim. Oo tamam, bunu söylediğin iyi oldu. Ben denerdim çünkü. Hangisini içselleştirmeliyim sizce? Bayağı da bir şey var aslında. Oo çok var. Şunu içselleştireceğim. Bu sırada. Bakalım bu taraflarda neler var. Yıkık dökük bir yer sadece sanırım. Niyeyse bana önemli gelmiş. Burada kim kalmış acaba? Hop. Oo. Fular. Tamam, bu kapının arkasında ne var merak ediyorum ama daha fazla irdelemeyeceğim. Hop. Bu neymiş? Tamam, aslında geri alabilirim. Ya, şu koşuşu beni çok güldürüyor eli doluyken ya. Böyle gidiyor. Yukarı baktık. Bu taraflarda acaba bakmadığım bir yer kaldı mı? Gidip şu gece kulübü çocuklarıyla konuşayım. Ya buralarda bayağı bir şeyler varmış. Deliklerin için hepsinden bir şey çıktı ya. Çok ilginç. Tamam, bu kadar fazla param olunca da artık paramın olmasının bir önemi kalmadı şu an. İşime yarayacak mı acaba? Birine rüşvet veririm belki. Hop.
You see that seagull up there? Remind you of anybody?
Ben mi?
Exactly. Think about the seagull's story. It's one of endurance. And then their paradise became Shit City. And no
Tamam.
time for that sentimental bullshit. They're hustlers getting shit done. They're one pair of track pants away from
Çöpten
gangsters.
hamburger yedim
You
mi ben ya?
The body remembers.
Iı. Ben bir
Own
martıyım.
it. Steal hot dogs. Shit in the sand. Whatever it takes to keep going.
İlginç. Sağlığım düşerken moralim arttı. Bir takım işler yapıldı. Niye ya? Rüşvet... Ha, kız buradaymış. Geldik. Şunu kapatacak mı?
A pane of Eternite has been planted into the barely holding it up. It could fall over. The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
Teşekkürler.
The shaggy-haired girl.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us? Shoot.
Empati. Seviye şeyim kalmadı.
It's supposed to become like a club. Except that
The floorboards up. There will never, not in a million years.
go ahead.
Bu kızla başka bir işim yok. Bunları sonra etkileşime girerim. Araçlarda alkol. Ben boş şişe zannetmiştim. Şimdi benim birazcık iyi konuşabiliyor olmam lazım bunlarla. Mantık genelde hep işe yarıyor ama. Ay, kravatımı istiyorum geri. Kravatım güzeldi. Aha, çok iyi oldum bence böyle. Şapkam. Oh yeah. Bu da yeni tarzım.
Hi again. So, how things going?
Bu sefer şey yapamam ya. Mantığa artı.
Goodbye, officer.
Mantığımı yeterince arttırdım. Başka arttırabileceğim bayağı bir şey varmış. Mantık. Bu zarı atmak istiyorum çünkü başarılı bir şekilde.
Hi again. So, how things going?
Yine 17 gösteriyor ki.
Nothing jumps out to you. Nothing out of the ordinary. How about you get out and breathe? The air in the tent is too thick.
And? What happened? Oh man, who is he? What did you think?
Ona
Really?
haklı olduğunu söylemeyeceğim.
Interesting. What's he doing in the church? No matter. Is he gonna be a problem? Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about it?
Yengeç adam diyoruz, alo. Yani rahatsız olmayacağını söyledi.
Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice friendly hyper time?
Yani evet, kimseyi
I guess
umursamıyor.
it's not a massive problem. Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light. Yeah! Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her? A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub? Come on, man. Who will you trust? A spooky programmer
Bize mi
or us?
yoksa tekinsiz
We
bir
just wanna
yazılımcıya
make
mı
the world a better
güveneceksin?
place. Feel
Tabii,
the
tabii.
love. Get down and feel it.
Yok,
You'll get there,
hissetmiyorum.
believe me. When we've got our gear set up, things will be Anyway, now that it's settled, how did she seem? I mean, disposition-wise, about the dance club idea.
Kötü bir fikir.
That's my favorite thing in the world, and she doesn't like it at all. A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And unity, dance, and you can't just evict her.
Çıkarmam tabii ki de.
Look at you, honor man. No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church. The lines in the dark exist. Coexist.
Manyak bu ya, erik kafa.
Seems like an advanced being.
Gelişmiş varlık.
He'll understand. Yeah. He can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like Nordic dance music?
Hayır.
Egghead cannot believe what you just said. It makes him pump the jam a little.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think?
İki şekilde de göreve devam et diyor.
Good luck, my friend.
A number
Yes.
of things don't add up. Let's take
Yes.
How about gather around, kids?
Toplanın bakalım
The
çocuklar.
young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you. The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about whatever you have planned. Their would-be leader is less amused.
But you still are. What happened?
Disk oldu.
I've been trying to say we need the next step in dance music. Shut it! What? I have! I've said that!
The young speed freak is silent. He senses something is wrong.
Acaba
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong.
çözdük.
Look, we even have speakers.
Evet, kravat sessizdi ama şimdi demin çıkardım. Geri takacağım konuşmadan sonra.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
Etken madde, arıtılmış sudan girelim bakalım.
Cellular-based life. What's your point, Lawbringer? What do you mean, friend? It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other
Tabii canım.
speaker. He said it was for his nose. What more do you want? What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing. No shit. on, that's...
Kanunlara
I
aykırı.
meant to say, not true.
Oyunun sonlarına ne zaman geleceğiz ben de merak ediyorum.
Fuck, man. It's difficult to get along with some people, but we're trying to make an effort.
Ne yapalım şimdi?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing.
Hoşgörülü
What
davranalım.
do you mean by lenient?
Oo. Göreceğiz. Göreceğiz.
He
Anlatın bakalım.
thinks for a moment, then opens his mouth.
Things are just way too hard for an entrepreneur in the city. It's not like we're not going to turn the church into the wickedest club in East Revachol. Because we are! We totally are! We just got to turn it into a speed lab first. You know, to get our foot in the door. Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place... No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also... But the sign was way off, too. Sir, you promised you'd be leaving.
This is it. Judgment time.
Ne yapsam acaba? Bu arada gereksiz bir bilgi. Oyunun hardcore modu var. Ana menüden açılıyor. Yeni oyunda etkisini gösteriyor olması lazım. Tam denemedim. Açınca ana müziği ne? Anlamadım hiç ama. Açınca ana müziği bu müzik oluyor. Oo. Ama ana müziği daha güzel tabii. Onları düzgün bir polis olup onları karakola göndermeliyim bence.
No, please. There needs to be a club for Nordic music in there.
Erik kafa. Oo, seni de kandırmışlar.
Everybody hates it here. It's all just drugs and we're slaves and I
Yeah.
can't. We are running out of time.
He looks almost as old as you.
We need a win. I promise you this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the light.
This will be nothing. You can hear the ice cracking underneath you. Outside on the pier, the last century development crumbles in the wind. A grape-shot row of falling houses, and so does
Düşmeyelim şimdi buzdan ha.
and Main Street. The old cinema is sinking underneath Villa Lobos.
Tutuklayacağım ya. Tutuklamak istiyorum.
What does that even mean?
45 yaşında mı?
Fuck, man. You said you'd be lenient. What happens at the station?
The
Soruyu görmezden gel.
leader pulls out a card from his jacket pocket. His friend hands you his papers.
Jermaine Van der Wijk. I guess that's that. Pack it up, Egg.
Gururlu hissediyorum. Bir şeyler başardım. Müzik devam. Buraları karıştıramıyorum. Bakalım kim benimle gurur duyuyor mudur acaba şu an? Kim? Başardım. Benimle gurur duyuyor olmalı bence. Erik'in bulmacasını çözemedik ama gittiler. Ve bir sürü şey de bıraktılar aslında. Şeyi alamadık ya kızdan. Tamam. Bu işi hallettik. Sol tarafa gitmedim demiştiniz sanırım. Ekranın solu. Şuralara mı bakmadım? Ha, baktım buraya. Bizim adam nasıl ciddiye aldı? Ben artık eski başarılı halime geri geliyorum. Toparlanıyorum. Ah, burada birileri daha var. Balıkçılık mı yapıyorlar? Hello, ne yapıyorsunuz?
Here we go. Nice and easy. No way.
There's a cylinder on the ground.
Aa, bunlar şey.
The man is arranging some netting.
Kadının eşi.
It looks.
Who's there? Oh, the police.
His self-conscious enthusiasm renders his movements
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it. To what do I owe the pleasure? Of course. Thank you for passing along the message.
Yeah.
That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the 881.
Hiç tüm hikayeyi anlatmaya gerek yok.
We should really be getting back.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary. We can go.
Sir, your wife.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid is
İyi,
taken.
hadi evine dön.
passion. This man is diligent and patient. You could learn things from him.
Yani tuzakları...
They may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly.
Oo.
Yes. Simple. Attracted by the... At least, that's the intention. Yes. What? And I'm eager to return to her. My wife understands.
Come on, Morale. We've been...
And leave the traps? Absolutely not.
Come on. She wants us back. So...
Won't let Lena down. Sounds like the cryptozoologist's wife shares a...
Of course it's important to her. She's seen it.
Oo,
A
gördü.
verified sighting. On record. One of only 46. Yes. That's how we first came to know one another.
Needless to say, you must ask her about the mistake.
Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian phasmid together. I can't abandon course now.
Tamam ya, anlar
A
bence.
good quality to have, both for a police officer and an experimental zoologist.
Ben tuzakları kontrol etmeyeyim onun için ya. Onlar halleder. Bu işi bence özel yapan kendisinin bulması. O yüzden üstlenmek istemedim bu görevi.
Hello, I'm Gary. Yellow man. I mean, officer.
Sarı adam.
Lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly. Yellow man. That sounds awfully familiar.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization. I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here. Dark times will do that to good men.
Nenin
Serious,
acaba nereden
hospital.
görmüş bu?
This man is no innocent. No one is.
Oh, so that's what the RCM in Martinez is about. Great. Great to hear someone's finally taking care of that.
So you do know something about...
No. Nothing. He was some kind of mercenary. But
He's not feeling
İlginç.
very comfy in his clothes, is he? Strange.
İlginç.
my mug? Why would you think that? Really? I hear it all the time. All in jest, of course. No
İlginç.
offense meant to anyone. Okay, I admit it. I threw the mug away in the trash container behind the
Ne
hostel.
çıkacak acaba bundan?
I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer. You're not going to find me, are you?
Hayır, sadece bilgi istiyorum.
Thank you. You won't regret this. I won't use another man's property. I don't know what got into me, really. Work has been stressful lately.
Kupa ne
Damn
alaka
Koiko's
ki?
price dumping us out of competition.
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing.
Here we go. Start pumping that sweet info.
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that. I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know?
Zarım bol olsun bebek. Teşekkür ederim. Hoş geldin.
Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly. Okay. I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
Right. It was just civic duty.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. I know a guy who works with the trash collection
Şimdi
services.
oldu.
CS Municipal. So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut.
Çöp sonuçta en azından
Not for the
60.
histrionic, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container.
He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer.
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course.
There's something going on here. You should observe him more closely after this topic is concluded.
I hope I can help your investigation in my small way. Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Sail.
Do you remember how, when we met Measurehead and I said the next racist will be a really good one? Well, this is that racist.
Tabii kafa tasçıyla kıyasla hiç.
But all I meant was there are not many Sealites around here. Oh, yes. Of course he is. I was just speaking about his connections. Let's change.
Yeşil.
That shirt
Yes.
looks very uncomfortable on him. Look at the buttons, barely keeping that thing together, as if something is ready to rip out from underneath. It sounds like he's wearing some kind of armor under his clothes. You can't tell it's there just from looking at him. Probably stolen from the corpse in the yard.
I knew
Yes,
you'd
zırhı
figure it
bulacağımı
out,
biliyordum.
officer.
Hehe.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you at once. I was ashamed of what I did. And I didn't want you to know.
This shame is surprisingly sincere.
Gary, what's going on?
Later, Morale. I've got apologizing to do.
No, you've got explaining to do.
Aslında neden
Everyone
çöp
was
attın?
picking those pieces off him, and I was watching them do it. And they scattered his clothes all over the yard. Everything was smelling.
Stray Cat maşallah de lütfen.
So I went there to take out the trash and started cleaning up. All those rags on the ground, him swinging up there, and I had a lapse of honor, sir. Only the cuirass was left. So I stripped it off him. It was early in the morning. No one saw me. I took it with me. It was a mistake.
It's okay. It was a loose end, and you are tying.
I'm so fucking sorry I called you Yellow Man. Sealite officers commanded the suzerain.
It's difficult to say what the lieutenant thinks of this historic apology. His face does.
I always thought it was the Union. Some Union hardasses lynched him because of the strike. But almost everyone in town knows that. Because I was weak.
Because I was
told
weak.
You the moment I saw you.
The hell, Gary?
I'll explain later.
He sighs again, hangs his head, and unbuttons his shirt fully.
Yeah.
The cuirass that matches the dead man's boots.
Yes, absolutely. I will never do anything like this again.
Teşekkürler. İşte bu ya. Hallettik. Yay. Mutluyum. Bir şeyler
That
çözülüyor.
patch of reeds over there. It's a great place to hide something. Kind of out of the way, being so close to the water. Nothing. Just a hunch. The hunch passes, leaving you there by the old boy bobbing in the water.
11 sayısı yazılı. Başka bir şey yok gibi etrafta. Güzel. Güzel görevler tamamlandı bugün. Nice. Bayağı az görevim kaldı ya. İlginç bir şekilde başarılı gidiyoruz. Yay. Şu neymiş? Para. İyi. Kıyafet alırız belki. Burası neymiş? Kayıkhane.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Correct. The density of the bullet holes is unusual. Even in a general average bullet, meaning this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like fully automatic rifle fire. Something you don't see these days. The manufacturing and sale of automatic rifles was curtailed after the revolution.
Görsel analizimi biraz arttırsam iyi olabilir cidden bu arada.
We do need to retain some humanity in this world.
Deneyelim ama şimdi atmayı. Sonra tekrar.
Unable to piece together the big picture.
İyi peki.
The scattering of bullet holes.
Şimdi tekrar yükseltsem.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread
28.
across the cracked wall. Unable to piece together the scattering of bullet holes looks like one giant.
Moralimi de içine ettik. Giriş yasak. Her zaman da izah atamıyor işte. Çizmeler ama çok iyi oldu. Gidip kadınla konuşmalıyım belki de. Şeyimi bulduğuma göre. Rıhtımdaki kadınla. Bere. O taraftan gideceğiz. Run boy run. Sanırım buralarda başka bir şey yok. Galiba. Hepsini her seferinde teker teker şey yapmam. Kiliseye gittim. Buraları gezdik. Gezmedim mi? Şuraya gitmedim sanırım. Buraya nasıl ulaşacağım ki? Buradan gidebiliyor muyum acaba? Luna Park. Buraya gittik. Adam burada ölmüştü. Şurada. Bunlar yapamadığım şeyler. Bu ünlem şimdi deneyebilirim. Nice. Buraya giremiyorum zaten. Sanırım. O yıkıntıya doğru gidebilir miyim acaba? Şu an kilisenin önündeyim. Buradan böyle gitmeyi denesem. Demin gittim bir yere kadar ama Daha fazla ilerleyemeyeceğim sanırım. Yok. Buradan böyle gittik. Bu kadar. Buraya kadar gelebiliyorum. Buradan geçemiyorum. Niye? Tüh be. O çabuk gitme şeyini nasıl yapıyoruz? Öyle bir şey açılmıştı. O nasıl kullanılıyor? Karşı tarafa geçmek istiyorum ben. Ama hızlı geçişin nasıl olduğunu çözemedim. Yardım lütfen. Tamam, buralarda ulaştık. Sanırım her yere gittim. Şimdi diğer tarafa geri dönüp oradaki işlerimi halletmeliyim. Buraya git. Şuradayken olmadı sanırım. İyi yapamamışlar. Kare çıkıyor. Cesedi söyleyecektik değil mi? Dur. İlk önce bir şeyi inceleyelim. Kartı. Sonra.
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library. Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi. If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 00502.
Bu numarayı arayabiliriz.
11.
Ama çalışma saatleri içinde.
We should give them a call from my kinema. See if we can learn anything about Billy Méjean.
Nice. Öncesinde karıştırmam iyi oldu.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? I'm afraid they're closed. It says here that the library is open.
Doğru. 6'yı geçti.
Anything else, detective? One moment. Can you please describe the body?
The man was about 107.
Any signs of violence?
Kazaya
No
benziyor.
field autopsy necessary.
You can hear her quickly typing.
What about his belongings? Did you any information on the library card? Good. You have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else?
Biz
I have
halledermişiz.
assigned the case to Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. That's all for
İyi
now.
bari.
Thank you for reporting in. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Sili'yle konuşacağım bir şey yok sanırım. Şimdilik bu kadar.
57 over.
In the cabin, you see a set. Inside,
Ay.
you see a set of
Nope.
steering levers, a
Çık,
radio
çık. Gideyim donmuş kuşu vereyim. Bir de şişelerimi bırakayım. 2 tane davamız oldu, evet. Yaşasın.
Can I help you?
Ben önceki gecenin borcunu mu vermem gerekiyordu?
Got the 20 real?
Yo.
Then
Kalmayacağım
why
ki
are you
burada.
wasting my time? What is this thing? What, the interior decorating kind? You know, I'm sorry. This is actually a nice. I can fix it to
Yay.
the back and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. So I.
People just don't know how to accept gifts, especially taxidermy.
Aha, duvara gitmeliyim,
He likes
evet.
it. He likes the bird.
Yay.
This was mostly about the fucking cardio. Less cardio here.
I feel good about our work here today.
Evet.
It's all about the little things, like bringing people random stuffed animals.
Şarkı nasıl söyleyebilirim acaba? Şununla etkileşime girerek
The
belki.
front of this quarterly
Yo hayır,
journal
dergi bu.
features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. After rifling the pages with your thumb, the magazine is divided into several sections. International developments, Kunst und Kultur, and local comrade. As you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, Du Cristal à la Fumée. But like the structures of capitalist ideology. So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, you flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds.
Sanırım başka önemli...
There's no way to listen to the tape without but even just holding the tape makes you feel a pawn shop. A pawn shop with...
Bir de gidip kaset alayım bari. Haber vereyim adamı bulduk diye.
There you are again.
Evet, neye söylemedi ya?
You don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings. Yes, sweetie? Goodness. How is he?
He's fine, ma'am. As we had suspected, he couldn't get...
Oh, yes. That's my... But I am so relieved to hear that he's okay.
You haven't, however. There are dangers out there. Our aging body's foul. Her heart went rest until Morel is safely back with her.
Rozetini de geri vermek istiyorum ben.
I hope you were able to pawn that old trinket.
Sattım tabii. Parayı ver.
Oh, that's very thoughtful of you. Are you sure you don't need the money?
Eminim.
Okay then.
She really would have rather had the pin back. She doesn't want to make you feel bad. Even the lieutenant seems happy with this turn.
Now, what else, sweetie?
Rozeti satmayaydım. Bu kadar param olsaydı geri verirdim rozeti. Sorry. Bu ne ya? Perdelerle konuşabiliyor muyum?
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony
Henüz
fingers.
zamanı gelmedi. O zaman bakmayayım.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Oo. Şimdilik değil. Cesedi göndermiş bulundum. Bir takım durumlar. Oyunun tek sinir olduğum kısmı. Gideyim şişelerimi satayım. Poşetimi kaldırayım.
Damn, that felt good. Your heart's pounding nicely. You should tell people to fuck off more.
Budur ya.
That's the spirit. Never forget. The whole world's a...
Woohoo. Kuno, evet, Kuno'ya da eğleniyorum ben ya artık. Komik çünkü. Çözemedik onu da ya. Cool. Şunu da çıkarayım. Gidebiliriz. Olsun artık. Yani cesetten alabildiğimiz kadarını aldık en azından. İndirmeyi başardık. Gidip duvarımı boyayayım. Bu nedir? Burada bir şey mi var? Bununla nasıl etkileşime geçeceğim? Küflü koku. İlginç. Burada ama dokunamıyorsun işte koku olduğu için. Duvarım. Fare ölmüştür tabii. O da olabilir.
Paintbrush? Check. Heavy fuel oil? Check. The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things come to mind.
Hayır. Güzel şeyler olacak. Park etmek yasak. Hayır. Işık içinde nice karanlıklar barındırıyor. Ha. Selam. Hoş geldin. Ay.
You've spoken. The wall will now silently repeat the message for a decade or so, until the sea air degrades the paint, adding another layer of detritus to the city.
Very poetic. Real poetry. Should we return to our murder investigation? I hear there's...
Tamam ya. Görüşelim şu kadınla. Ama ilk önce bir takım biraz otoriteye ihtiyacım olabilirmiş gibi hissediyorum ama ne giysem acaba şu an? Yok, hayır, hayır. Acı eşiğini şimdi fark ediyor olmam çok ilginç. Bu da ilginç bir tip oldu yine. Hello.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see.
All around you, rain keeps falling down. On the wooden
Ben de
boards,
giydim.
she's standing
Yağmurluğumu.
and on the water around you.
Benim de ihtiyacım yok.
Very rugged. Good choice. Now, I suspect you had questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day. Am I right?
Soracak bir sürü şeyim varmış aslında. Şu dövmeleri soralım ilk önce.
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie the fourth day to the bat's day on this. I hope...
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
Why, yes I am.
Etrafta fazla tekne yok.
We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around? Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou. I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and it's for crossing long distances in a greater...
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
She's having a good time arguing against the law.
The boat? No. It is called Cordelati, 19...
The word "it" feels strange. Such a breeze ripples through the sails and tugs at your hair. Below, the sleek, fish-like shape of the hull.
Bunu bırakabiliriz. Çok bir şey çıkmayacak gibi.
It's the eel's hips, babe.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
Tamam, kapattım konuyu.
Good. I love you did.
Fast, observant.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious. What can I help you with, Lieutenant Freighter?
How about you share your information on the lynching, now that you've seen his badge?
The goalposts have moved, Lieutenant. In the absence of the badge, I have informed my employer there will be a probe. I cannot rescind that promise. To my knowledge, the drivers are still at the roundabout. I will tell you everything I know when you've finished with them.
Hayda. Gerçekten beni
My plan is to
kandırdı.
share information. The only way to do that now is by telling my employers you've kept your end, which I hope you will, because let me tell you, we are in dire waters.
How bad can the info she has be?
The sooner the probe is finished, the sooner I can share crucial information with you. Now, is there anything I can do for you in the meanwhile? Tea, perhaps?
Beni
It's
kandırdın.
quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isla into Revachol with the
Ingredients for what?
meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff. Yes. After they clear the terminal,
Her yerden her şey çıkabilir gerçekten
the
ya.
actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
While Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, man, do you mean to say the Union also?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients, yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dockworkers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about.
Her irises are light green, like the river Esperance.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
Yine beni kandırıyor bence ama hadi bakalım. Neden? Evet, polise söylemiştim.
On more than one occasion. Apparently there's some sort of
We know the company has launched its own probe into the Union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM.
Well, here's your chance, officers. No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However...
Bunlar şey yapmış, yolu kapamış.
This is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the Trade Committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge. Thousands of liters of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol.
Bu daha önemli bence cesetten.
Cold breath rushes in from the bay, making its way down the alleyways and potholed streets.
Sakin ol.
The literage the local producers must get from this terminal alone must be oceanic.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in on my motor.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand.
Doğru.
How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock workers.
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men. The local businesses can precisely smuggled out of that.
Neler dönüyor ya.
Likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to.
It sounds like she tried looking into it herself, though she's clearly not the type your typical lorryman would confide in.
The two might even be connected.
Or not.
Kesin beni kandırıyorsun
If
ya.
you have evidence to the contrary, I'm eager to hear.
Araştırayım diye belki bağlantılıdır diyor.
As eager as I am to share it, Lieutenant, once the job is done.
Oh.
Yes?
Bakalım.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. It may come to
İkisini bulduk
nothing,
galiba
or it
da.
may just blow the case wide open.
Konuştuğum
I
ya
can keep the
biri
drawbridge up for
ırkçı.
a few more days at least. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance. Everything.
Her şeyi bir
Right
sorayım.
up to, but not including, trade secrets. First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Aliments. That gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus.
Kalsın böyle
I'm
madem.
glad you see it that way. To repeal the act would mean repeal.
You'd be shooting yourself in the
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike. I believe the official title is Senior Labour Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week now. They won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter-20 racist behemoth blocking the gates. Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd...
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things...
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike?
Heavens, no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time there are leaflets everywhere and banners. Every worker, a member of the board.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
Then you might also like their other slogan. Demand democracy.
İyi iyi.
Personally, I don't think it has the same pizzazzo as every worker, a member. It's quite simple, you see. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about what? About anything, really, it needs this. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
Ne yapacaksınız?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position. A hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery.
Yani demokrasi olmuyor sadece bunlardan onay alacaklarsa.
Slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the boyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
This checks out.
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it? Fuck off, midget.
Oho.
Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
İyiymiş.
Yes. Extremely. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator, Mr. Clare.
Sounds like usual aggressive posturing.
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock? Come to... If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the...
Gerçekten mi?
Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo.
If you were to prick it with something sharp, you could see it oozing out. A knife, maybe? No, a rapier.
Oh, heavens, no. We get along just fine. Yet, now that you mention it, I can't stop imagining that black treacle just dribbling down his double chin. He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other it's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues. The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago anyway. It must not have been easy to establish organized labor at its best.
A mob.
Refreshingly honest, officer. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask. I'm a curious and talkative person.
Tam okumadığım yerde fikrimi soruyor ya.
Would you say the Debardeurs Union is...
Yani biraz mafya gibi davranıyorlar açıkçası.
Indeed, and a hungry one. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated. I'm glad you
Seçimler.
asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work. Ever. Indeed. The company suspects foul play. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
Of course. How else can I
Bakayım
help?
başka. Sanırım bu
course,
kadar
detective.
şimdilik yeterli. Yine bir şeyler öğrendik ha. Sürücüleri sorgulama vaktidir. Let's go. Ay. Koş koş koş. Türkçesi tam bu yazdığım şey değildi ama olsun. Şimdi duvara tekrar bakınca. Artık tamam. Yetenek beceri puanlarımı kullanmayacağım daha fazla. Ama bununla konuşmadan önce gidip bir alabileceğim güzel kıyafetler var mı diye. İşime yarayacak şeyler var mı daha doğrusu diye bakmak isterimdi.
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
No luck.
Ne?
Oh, you don't like it?
Onları beğenmedim.
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those.
Çok ilgimi çekmedi.
You see two lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves.
I can see you have a taste for luxury, officer.
A pair of found.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest found sneakers.
50.
Super rare,
Üf.
super fine, super cool.
These once respectable speaker, a small.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The
Niye?
sneakers are the stars here. These, officer? These speakers are Samaran garbage. I'm ashamed to even use them for props. Don't waste your time on them. No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad.
Ama hoparlör.
Well, if you want them. But see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the if on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneaker.
Damn. So you have to buy the sneakers first.
Tamam, teşekkürler. Merhaba, hoş geldin Emirhan. Gidip rozeti geri alıp kadına mı versem acaba ya? Biraz daha hızlı yürüyebilir misin? Hani biliyorum biraz yaşlandın ama.
Hello again. How can I help you?
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race. A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Why on earth? These are prescription. I can't really see without them.
There's a note of indignation in his voice. Those triangle patches on his vest, you have a feeling they mean something, like they're similar to the halogen rectangle on your jacket.
I was with the emergency relief brigade. You know, after the People's Pile disaster, had to take Perolidon for radiation sickness. That's what you were hinting at just...
He's taken for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
İyice muhabbete girdik herkesle.
Years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt, so I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from we were an all-volunteer force. Self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
Yazık.
On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood. Tough son of a gun, this one.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance. Didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened. And why not so much disappointment and early deaths. No one's.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive... I like the theory more than the story.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Geri alabilirim belki rozeti zannetmiştim ama
Water shirt.
nope.
All other shirts pale in comparison to the muscular man with antlers and immense...
Gerek yok. Tape.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves.
And here you are.
Thank you. Artık bir tape'im var. Kaseti dinleyebilirim.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing. It sounds like someone's moving in the room, getting comfortable. Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune, echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Sessizliğin, surrounded by even tinier
Kimle masaüstü rol
You
yapma oyunu
almost
mu
feel
oynuyoruz?
the
Aa,
seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad.
bakacağım.
Within seconds you know this is the one. The real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to. This one tells it like it is. This is your tune. A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
Karaoke'de bunu
Of course you
söyleyebilirim.
could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it.
Ne?
Only one obstacle. Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express. The lieutenant watches you pack up.
Güzel bir andı. Şimdi gidip karaoke yapmalıyım. Ama ilk önce şu adamlarla bir konuşalım. Selam.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
O çok direkt. Peki.
Man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
Çok da direkt olmayalım.
Hey, man, that's serious criminal talk. Are you trying to pull some sort of an entrapment thing on me?
Nasıl yani?
This is where a law officer gets a person to commit a criminal offense they otherwise wouldn't commit, often through some...
Yes. It's like trying to trick a person into doing something criminal that they'd never do.
Sıkıcı vakaları daha eğlenceli hale getirmek için iyi bir yola benziyor.
So you do realize entrapment doesn't work if you announce you're going to do it in advance?
So much for subtlety. Better get straight to the point.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Neden hala buradasın? Saçma bir soru gidemediği için.
I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
Tamam. Öbürüne gidelim. Şurada durana. Bu da galiba şofördü.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
You could push him by asking him to show you the soles of his boots. He definitely looks like someone capable of a lynching.
Been admiring the stompers, Hunt? Sure, I can demonstrate that.
On the bottom of the man's boots, you see an intricate tangle of treads. The wind howls over the bay of Revachol. A cascade of cold air flowing through the tangled city streets.
It's Revachol.
Evet.
Custom made. Cost me a pretty penny. You'll see when the time comes, officer. True patriots.
Technically, you're stomping on Revachol.
Kim?
I know you people don't understand poetry. Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
Tabii.
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight. So they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage. Racial economic sabotage. Not in, not out.
So you're telling us that you don't know anything?
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff,
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags. Since he left,
yazık
I
olmuş.
haven't had anyone to talk to. It's a fucking travesty is what it is. Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
Sokak satıcısı kamyoncu mu?
Of course he's a lorry driver. What? He tell you he's just some simple businessman or some shit? He's selling his employer stuff. His tribe are natural liars.
Bak
It's
bak
in
bak.
their blood. He's your man, all right?
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealand...
Guess so.
Gidip tekrar konuşmamız gerekiyor demek ki. Bak bak bak sen. Ne işler çeviriyormuş. Zaten bir işler çeviriyordu da daha derin işler çıkacak demek ki. Ne haber kamyoncu?
Everything's still cool here, officer. Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah! Tasty, tasty drugs. That's
Devam.
so cool. You investigating the local drug trade like some cool narc? But I am not a lorry driver. I am just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that. Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder, and he's an... Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
Bana söylemeyi unuttun.
It's such a small part of my life. It's in the rear view mirror now. I'm
Kes bakalım şşt.
I told you, I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that
And what?
crowd. You know, the
There's more here. He's afraid of this crowd, whoever they are, more than he is of the racist lorry man.
Kimden korkuyorsun Ceiling?
There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess.
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Pus şoförü kimdi ya?
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
It could be. She was strange.
All of
Hangisi o ya?
I don't
Ha
know.
sessiz
I told
oturan.
you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses.
Şimdilik kolay gelsin. Gidelim kadınla bir konuşalım bir de. Ben o kadını unutmuştum. O kadar sessizce orada takılıyordu ki. Bakalım ne çıkacak bunun içinden.
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, the radio play.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
İki parmak.
Where am I? Who are you?
The smile on her face has disappeared, replaced by the weary aspect of a cornered beast.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
Nerede
Back
olmak
in
isterdin?
Mecca, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with a young until you came along, that is.
Rüyanızı böldüğüm için özür
I
dilerim.
wasn't dreaming. I was there, Loman. It was early spring, and the mine behind the black sun had just come out.
Ay.
The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden.
Bugün çok hızlı bir şeyler yapmışım
While
gibi
you
hissediyorum.
people were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution. Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
There's something off about this woman. Tell her to show you the soles of her boots. Maybe she was at the hanging somehow.
Now what do you want with an old woman's boots, Sheriff?
Önemli işler.
I'm starting to think you should let me get back to Gabriel Buenguerro. You are no Gabriel.
She's wearing sturdy worker's boots made of black leather. Buckles run across.
Just before Gabriel, it was the coronation of Franco Negro. Now, there was a real man.
I could have told you that from just looking at them. A size is 37.
The
Sağ ol
feet of a
ya,
little
Kim.
girl, they fit well on the pedals.
She's just a distracted old woman.
So he doesn't think she's the lady driver?
You hear that, Loman? I don't think your partner likes you spending...
Nothing. I just don't think she's...
He doesn't want your frail mind caught up in something here. Something unconnected to the case. But connected to this woman tuning.
A pale dream is what it is. What do I need drugs for, Loman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary.
Düşman?
Yes. There is a protagonista and an adversary. I am on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole.
I don't like the sound of any of that. Sounds like a horrible drug. The worst one of them all.
Then what were you getting at?
This line of questioning is going nowhere. Try harder.
You're man, lawman. What of it? Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way. Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grat. And the U41A. What do you It's diamonds, lawman, obviously.
Damn this. Make her answer.
Çok şey ya. Sana kim uyuşturucu kaçıyor desem kimi söylersin?
He's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never just a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here. I would never make fun of a real lawman here.
Ma'am, you're not responsible for what the client puts in your lorry, as long as the seals are not opened. We officers...
Lay off her.
Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. Or I can just...
I think we're done here, no?
Did you just call me a lady?
She clearly doesn't think she's a lady.
Hanım değil misin?
Malevolent, cackling.
I'm a lady like you are, Gabriel Buenguerro. Only in dreams. I'm only terrifying to small children, and to those who used to know me. How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers sniffing? Oh, Sim. Yes, go. Enough jamboree.
Nerede bu diğer şoför yani? Başka nerede şoför var? Ay. Çok fazla şey yaptık. Biraz yoruldum. Bu da dar giyiniyordu. Bakayım bunda konuşacak yeni bir şeyim çıktı mı?
Right to work. Right to work. Sure. Things are busy enough. You're going to waste less of my time.
Göreceğiz.
Hulking man oozes stock.
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut
The physically impressive.
Tamam. Bu adama para vermişler ya da işte şey yapmışlar. Söz vermişler işte. Şirket tarafından. Gidin onların yerine geçin demişler. Karaoke time. Rica etsem karaoke yapabilir miyim?
Was there something you needed?
Well. Bringing him that new bird sure made a difference in his attitude.
No, you don't. It's not happening.
Lazım.
To look at you. It's dangerous to acknowledge the karaoke man.
İçsel keşif yolculuğumun bir parçası bu.
The Whirling's not a charity or a musical therapy clinic. It's a commercial establishment. You're going... It's for the... It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of 44.
Ne oldu ki o zaman?
A lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke.
Ne?
It's not for bands, it's for clients. Some clients, okay? Not you. Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got
Benim var.
The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just given him. He begins to frown. This is the look of a man who's defeated.
Fine.
Yay!
Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my hair.
I'm having it uninstalled, he mumbles to himself. Oh yeah, time to do the damage.
Hoşça kal. Let's go. Bunun için güzel bir kıyafet, sahne kıyafeti giymeliyim. Hemen. Aslında papyonum güzel bir seçim. Ondan sonra şunu giyelim. Oh yeah. Yok ya, bu daha iyi. Fular. Şiir söylemeye gelmişim gibi o daha çok. Tamam, böyle. Hazırım.
These are some wonderfully regular pants. Not too tight, not too loose, moderate in every sense. You blend right in. I know you do. These inter-Isolari pants are like wearing a perfect compromise in your net. You're a little more moralist now, buddy. A little more makes sense. This is what wearing boring office trousers does to you.
Ofis pantolonu giyince.
The stage is all set up.
Hadi bakalım. Kim de en öne geldi, en ortada duruyor.
You can hear the pellets
Hadi bakalım.
under your feet. You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Kim? Karaoke söyleyeceğim. Üf, hadi bakalım.
The air is thick with anticipation.
Devam etmiştim. Tahmin etmiştim, söyleyemedim. Bakalım ne olacak. Skill çekiyor, umursamadan dümdüz gittim.
To the tiny church there, the smallest church in Sunset.
Cidden hüzünlü bir şarkı.
Now it once was larger. How the real may rest there. Down through the mist there, towards the seven sisters, towards those pale cliffs there.
Hiçbir anlamı yok dediğini sanırım.
I would often stay there.
Bir tık arada doğru notayı buluyoruz.
I have been so glad here, looking forward to the past here. But now you're all alone.
Ama sesi genç geliyor.
None of this matters.
Alkolde bırakmıştım oysa ki. Wow.
Do you hear that? It's the most pathetic applause in the world, Harry, made of pity. No one liked you.
Evet ya, elimden geleni yaptım.
Out of the room, by the front door. Some woman. Is it because of you?
Sessizce duracağım.
I'm unplugging it.
Let's go, officer. These people.
Mikrofonu bırakayım ben. Kim?
Yes.
Ne yaptık bugün? Herhalde iyi. Her şeyi konuştuk aslında. Buna yarın yapabileceğiz. Bunu yapmak istemiyorum ya. Korkunç kravat, sana güvenmiyorum artık. Ha, ceketini bulduk, vermedik çocuğa, görüyor musun? Otoritemi de göstermedim. Revire de şey yapmadım. . Nereye gidecektim ben? Şeye. Ceketini verelim. Şeye, beyefendiye. Burada mıydı? Bunun muydu ceket? Hatırlamıyorum ki.
Tequila sunset.
Ah, tequila. I knew you'd come through. That's fucking great, man.
Bitirmiyorum ya. Bitirmiyorum. Oyunun bitmesine de çok var sanırım da. Her zaman da güzel şeyleri siz güzeli dinlemişsinizdir. Kötüsünü dinleyin diye ben karaoke'te özellikle kötü zar attım.
What's that supposed to mean? What's that got to do with my jacket? What do I care about some local stiff? You gonna give me the jacket or no? Let me see. What? This isn't my jacket. My jacket was beautiful. This is fucking filthy. What am I supposed to do with this?
Onu sen karar
I'm
vereceksin.
not taking a disgusting pile of hobo rags. I may be in an irrecoverably decaying orbit, but I've still got standards.
Karaoke'yi yaptım. Mükemmel bir şeydi bence. Karaoke'ydi. Karaoke dediğin öyle detone olur. Sakalım evet mis gibi olduk. Onu
Either
sabah
bring
yapmıştım.
it back the way it was before, or find a dumpster to burn it in.
Allah Allah
You
bir de
know,
emir alıyoruz.
Despite the guano, it looks like the jacket itself is stain resistant. It may just need a good scrubbing.
Ne oldu beğenmedi. Ceketi yıka. Oldu canım. Polis miyim ben şey mi? Asistan mıyım Allah aşkına? Buraya gir... Ha şey çocuklar ne varsa. Günü kapama vakti bence. Aynaya bir bakayım.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression fixed to your clean-shaven face. You're still not accustomed to it.
Elektrokimya zarı. Yine başaramayacağım ama yine de bir deneyelim. Eski ayakkabılarıma da geri döneyim. Olduğu kadar.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression
Ne hile ya?
fixed to
Allah
your
Allah.
clean-shaven face. You're still not
Üçüncü
accustomed to it.
gündeyiz.
Still not happening. It won't come off that easy.
Tabii ki. Hiçbir zaman attırmayacak bence bunu bana.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest.
Saat 9'dan sonra mı dinlenebiliyordum? Birkaç dakika daha takılıp giderim belki. Şuradaki kadın hala burada. Kimse yerinden ayrılmıyor ama.
Hi, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can
Hayır.
feel it. The wind is turning southeast. Oh, that's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea?
Kaza işte.
This calls for a funeral, if you ask me. Hi. Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all. And why so? Our things are part of our life world. They're made with human sweat and they share human history. We should care about them as we care about humans.
Bir ay sürer mi? Süremez.
Life world. Someone's been reading up on last century Gotvaldian philosophers.
Oh yeah? You won't even be able to get it out of the water before early June.
And where are you gonna bury? Take it from someone who's been through a few
Aa.
funerals. It's easy.
That's all we have time for right now anyway. Come back here in June and see how you feel about it then. It's not like it's going anywhere.
Absolutely. Things like what, for example?
Okey. Görüşürüz. Boş ver. Perşembe bitmez herhalde. Ay ben bugün çok yoruldum arkadaşlar. Uykum geldi aşırı derecede. O yüzden erken bitireceğim yayını sanırım. Buralarda önemli bir işimiz var mı? Son böyle kısa halledebileceğim bir şey düşünüyorum. Revir için saat geç oldu sanırım. 3 dakikam daha var. Birileriyle konuşurken daha hızlı geçiyor. Tabii ki hayat. Evet, hazır teyzeyle mi konuşayım tekrardan? Onda bir iş var mı ki? Bana yer ver. Ha.
I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I can wash it for you. But it's going to take about a half.
No, we must run around ceaselessly.
Tabii ki.
I could use a breather. It's been another track and field day.
Well, hand it over then.
İyi
and
bari.
I'll see what I can do. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice under
İyi,
this
helal
all
olsun
that
sana.
filth. I hope you take better care of it than its last owner.
Ay. Temizlendi. Mis gibi oldu. Nerede? Dur artısına bakmadım ki. Şu an vermek istiyor muyum ki? Verebilirim ben. Çok kullanacağım bir şey değil. Ay. Al bakalım ceketini. Isın.
Tequila suns.
My jacket?
A look of consternation crosses the man's face.
What the fuck
Ne?
are you talking about, Tequila? Faun? That's medium concept stuff, not my style at all.
It becomes abundantly clear to you how this man
Evet,
managed to
gerçekten.
use his I'm calling it. It's neurological.
O zaman ceket bende.
That shit is so medium concept, I wouldn't touch it with a stick. But yeah, okay. I'm sure it looks...
It's an okay jacket, if you are into that look.
Bitti. Hadi görüşürüz. Ah kim? Dur kimle de konuşayım. Böyle bir şeyler çıkınca bırakamıyorum.
About your sense of style.
Oh, kim? Ne varmış giyim tarzımda?
It's, well, a little eclectic, don't you think? How would you even describe what you're wearing?
Eclectic is for pop music with indigenous percussion.
Resmi
You're a
özürcü.
sartorial maverick.
Gündelik süperstar.
Well, I can't say it doesn't fit you. Still, you might try branching out a little. You know the expression, the clothes make the man. The right outfit in the right situation can make all the difference in the world. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, detective.
A warm smile.
Anyway,
İyiyiz ama
we should
gülümsedi
probably
buna.
get back to the case. Let's go.
Kıyafetimin beğenmemesi. Kim ya? Bumper ceketiyle dolaşıyor. Bayağı havalı bir ceket bu arada. Kabul etmeliyim. Şimdi ben yatışa geçeceğim.
And it's raining. Time to call it a day.
Evet.
Good night, officer. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
Bye bye. Kimin ceketi ne para verirdim ben ya. Bence güzel bir ceketi var. 2000-3000 verilir. O civarlarda bir ceket bence duruyor. Tahminimce. Evet. Bu sefer yoruldum. Neden bilmiyorum. O kadar da yorgun değildim aslında. Geçen hafta çok daha yorgun bir salıydı benim için ama bu sefer aşırı uykum geldi. Neyse, o yüzden sizi de şey yapmak istemiyorum. Ama gitmeden önce size küçük bir haberim var. Belki biraz üzüleceğiniz bir haber de olabilir. İnternette 1K. 1K bulamazsın olmuyor. 1K kalitesizdir. Neyse. Konumuza dönecek olursak. Bu hikayeyi ne zaman bitireceğiz bilmiyorum. Perşembe günü bitirebileceğiz mi onu da bilmiyorum. Ama Perşembe maalesef son yayın olacak gibi duruyor Disco Elysium için. Hatta bir süre için benim yayınlarıma ara veriyor olacağız. Ama güzel şeyler için ara veriyor olacağız. Çünkü bir süreliğine İngiltere'ye gidiyorum. Ne için olduğunu yavaş yavaş gidince öğrenirsiniz. Eğer beni Instagram'dan takip ederseniz oradan paylaşacağım. O yüzden burada olmadığım için maalesef yayın yapamayacağım. Bu da yaklaşık 2 ay demek. Ama yine de yayında bir şeyler olmaya devam edecek. Yani sizi tamamen bırakmıyorum, merak etmeyin. Hatta haftaya belki Hakan yayın yapar. Değil mi Hakan? Beni de al. Haftaya çarşamba belki Hakan cehennemden çıkmayı deneyebilir. Belki. Bakalım. Ondan sonra başka şeylerle de yayınlara devam edeceğiz. Onun dışında cumartesi videolarımız gelmeye devam edecek. Diğer şeyleri yavaş yavaş açıklarım. Ama videolarımız devam ediyor. Merak etmeyin. Sadece oyuna bir süre ara veriyor olacağız. Oyun oynamaya. O yüzden şu anki isteğim bu oyunu Perşembe günü bitirebilmek ama hiç zannetmiyorum öyle olabileceğini. Yorulmazsam eğer uzun bir süre oynarız belki. Normalden daha uzun süre. Ama yine de bitmez gibi. Bilmiyorum. Daha kötüleri aklıma gelmişti. En kötüsü böyle olsun diyelim. Güzel şeyler için yayına ara vermiş olalım. Ama geri döneceğim, merak etmeyin. Sizinle de her şeyi paylaşıyor olacağım zaten. O yüzden Perşembe görüşmek üzere diyerek hepinize iyi geceler diliyorum. İyi geceler. Bay bayın. Belki arada bir konuşma işte chatting yaparız. Salı yok. Salı yok çünkü salı yola çıkıyorum Hakan. Perşembe. Perşembe yayın var. Sonra belki çarşamba yayın var. Bay bay. Konuşuruz yine. Hoşçakalın. İyi geceler.